want to try to cover, and I'm kind of like, this is so informal, it's not even funny. Anyone's got questions, jump in anytime. Again, I don't do this a lot, so this is just kind of fun. So here's what I'd like to cover, and we kind of go in any order, and we might go back and forth, I don't know. I want to talk to everyone about how to buy fish. As a consumer, when you go into a fish store or a supermarket, what are you looking at exactly? Because it can be a little daunting, you know, when you kind of look at that, and I don't know. So we'll talk about that and ask any questions you want. Then I want to talk about how do you, when you get it home, how do you store it? Like, I get questions constantly like, I'm having company on Sunday and it's Friday, now what do I do between now and then? You know, they go bad, and, you know, so we'll talk about that. Then I want to get into the fisheries a little bit and talk about what I get huge amounts of questions about is, oh, I won't eat any farmed salmon. I just want wild salmon. So I have issues with that, and we'll talk about it and discuss it, and the ins and outs of why one is good and the other one might not be so much, and we'll see. Maybe I can change your minds. Another one is sustainability. You know, it's the hot topic. You know, companies like Whole Foods are really into the whole sustainable thing. They got charts and graphs, and I've got a very simple thing for everyone to be able to look at if they're into that and they're kind of like, you know, should I be buying this? Not, you know, so I've got some answers for you there. Then we can talk about cooking fish. A lot of people are scared to death about it, typically around overcooking it, and also typically around it's a species they don't recognize or they're not familiar with, or they might eat it at a restaurant, but then I see it in a fish case. What do I do when I get it home? You know, it's not haddock. What the hell do I do with this? So we'll talk about that a little bit. And then it's sort of a little demo. I brought some oysters, and I can show you how to open oysters, because that's one a lot of people come in with wounded hands and kind of go, now what? I want to talk about how do you tell a good-looking fish from a bad-looking fish. Then I have some websites that you can go to for some support on some of these issues. So again, jump in at any point. So one of the questions we get a lot is when people come into the store, and I don't know how many people are familiar with Harbor Fish or have been there or don't know it. It doesn't really matter. We get a lot of folks come in and they go, what's fresh today? Well, how do I answer that question? This, but not that. No, you don't want this one. Or you get down the line, and we typically, as I use as a philosophy, that we won't sell anything that I won't take home that night. So if it's anything less than that, it shouldn't be out there. But how do you know when you get in there, and to make your own decision without hopefully trusting the guy behind the counter? I'd like to think that when you ask our people, they're going to give you a good solid answer, and I think most of the time they do. And typically they'll answer the question about, well, what is it you want to do? You know, kind of work sort of interaction. But I always tell people, use your senses, which means your eyes and your nose, those two. You can, if you look at fish enough, you can actually look at it and say, that's really nice, or it's not. Your nose will certainly tell you. And we're going to pull a piece of fish out of one of these boxes, and I'll let you smell it and see what good fish smells like. Honestly, I tried to find a really bad piece of fish today to bring. I couldn't find it. And that's not a, like, we're better than that. But I could not find, I looked in everywhere, I could not find a piece that was like, it was iffy. So we're just going to look at the good one. Things to look at. Actually, I might even do a little demo right now.
The thing I notice whenever I go into Harbor Fish Market, it never smells like a fish market. It smells like the air.
Oh, well, that's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
You know? Nice. And I'm sure no one knows what kind of fish these are. But no, they're not. Actually, they're really not.
Is that a mackerel?
Oh, you're good. No, not even close. Okay, so and you can come up here and look at them if you want. These are pollock. One of the, quote, underutilized species in the fishing industry, but they've become more and more popular. So this one, if you look at it, and then this one, if you look at it, who can tell me which one's the newest?
It's the red one.
Okay, why do you say that? Why do you like it?
His eyes.
Yeah, that's one good thing. Yeah, if you open it up, you can see that, well, actually, it's not bad. This is actually a pretty nice fish. But this one is real red, real, it's glistening. You can still see the slime on the body versus not. Now, when it comes to a fillet, when you walk in, it's a similar thing. You look at a fillet of haddock, it's sort of old, it looks dry, it looks sort of discolored or it's not glistening. And I want to talk about the glistening in a little bit on fillets. But this is your eye. So when you come up and smell that, there's real you're not getting anything offensive out of this at all. I mean, go ahead and stick your nose in there. I mean,
But you can't do that in a store.
yes, you can. You can in our store.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you can say, just say, you mind if I smell that piece of fish? Absolutely, you're buying it, it's yours. We have no problem with that. So, this is just looking at the whole fish. This, fillets are similar. You see a piece of swordfish that's all maroon and brown in the bloodline in the middle. You don't want that one. You want the one that's nice and vibrant and pink. And the same thing, salmon's probably the hardest one to tell because they don't change color much. But with a fillet, the one that you're probably the most familiar buying, like a haddock or a cod, if they look dull, pasty, and you say, do you mind if I smell it and it's got an offensive odor, don't buy it. Get something else. It's that simple, really. So use your senses when you buy fish. That's what I tell people all the time.
Do you have any people that do that?
We have a few, yeah, and we have no problem with that. Literally,
But if they sneeze while they're smelling.
well, all right, okay. If you go to, if you're downstairs, you're downstairs and you pick up a glass and you drop it, do you own it?
You do.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, we sort of don't make you own it.
Really?
No, we
That's
don't.
not the pottery kind.
Other things around buying fish, some people get paranoid about bones, and I just talked about that a little bit. Some people, we're selling more and more whole fish, plate fish.